everybody and welcome to the Extreme. Today we're back at you with another eBay unboxing. This is a Sega Genesis only unboxing, so let's check it out. Hello everybody, welcome back. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below and let's unbox this box of goodies I got from eBay. So these games that I got for the Sega Genesis are all from one seller, and that is the eBay seller Around the House, spelled German style. I've gotten stuff from this guy before, and the reason I really like Around the House is because he does really good combined shipping and he's already got low prices, and then he also accepts offers on his items as well. So when I buy stuff with this guy, I usually buy a bunch of stuff at once. So I was excited to get this nice box of CIB Sega Genesis games. So let's open it up and see what's in it. Okay, getting my trusty knife. Slicing the top here. Careful not to slice the games. All right, it looks like we are ready to open the box. Okay. Looks like we got a little flyer in here saying thank you from your purchase from Around the House. Yes, there it is, Around the House. You can follow him on Instagram at Around the House. Check out some more stuff he's picking up. All right, let's jump into this box and see what we got. We got a lot of paper in here. Very good, packing paper. I will reuse this for my own eBay sales. And let's open it up and take everything out of here. Actually, let's just do this. All right, box that way. Okay, let's open the paper up. Okay, plastic wrap. Get out of your paper. Plastic wrap. All right, we got some tape on the plastic wrap. And looks like all the games are one way, so I will take them out so you can't see them all at once. Yeah, okay. We got 5 complete in box Sega Genesis games. Let's see what they are. Alright, starting off is a game called Shakan the Forever Man. Now this is usually a pretty expensive game, and he had a way underpriced on it, so I was glad to grab it. Now this game is something cool. It's kind of a cool like Castlevania style game from what I understand, and I've been wanting to get this one for a while. Let's go check it out. This thing is in great shape. Let's take a look at the front. Nice clean box, a little scratch there, but the cover art looks awesome. Looking at the back, like I said, you got some screenshots of the game. Looks really cool. Open it up. Look at this. That's what I'm talking about. Look at this mint label on this cartridge. Absolutely stunning. Going over to the instruction manual. Perfect mint condition shape. You know, this is one of the black and white ones, but very great shape. Very cool to check out Shakan the Forever Man. Okay, next up is a cool one, which I did not have yet, and it is great to add it to the collection, and that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighter on the Sega Genesis.
Tamed by success, the Turtles lost their savage edge. Greed is dead. It's a new breed carved from the streets. Concrete fists batter alien flesh, one on one, as power joins forces with rage, ripping through fear, and no one sheds a tear for mutilated mutants. Giant warriors crushed by street tough turtles who have shed soft shells for a hard dose of reality in Konami's Tournament Fighters.
Now, I have this on the Super Nintendo, and this is a very different game than the Super Nintendo one. A lot of different characters in this one. Another Konami Ninja Turtles release. I'm slowly edging my way to get all of the 8 and 16-bit Ninja Turtles games. I think the only one I'm missing now is the Tournament Fighters on the NES, which is a pretty expensive game from what I understand. So this is a cool one to grab as well. Let's take a look at the front. Very cool. You got one of the Triceratops guys and Raphael on the front. And on the back, looks like, oh cool, it looks like this came from a Blockbuster video in 1994, and it was $30 at Blockbuster in 1994. That's kind of an expensive game back then. Cool looking screenshots from the game. Let's open it up. Let's take a look what's inside. Okay, it looks like this one does not have a manual, which is okay. I'm okay with that. and it's got the rental store sticker on the top, but the label otherwise looks like it's in great shape. So really happy to get this one. If you do not know, Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters is a fighting game, just like Street Fighter 2 or Mortal Kombat, stuff like that. And with Ninja Turtles take on it, it's a good game. Still doesn't hold a candle to Street Fighter 2, but it's still a fun game, so check this one out if you've never played it. Next up is a Sega Genesis classic that most people already have. I did not have it in the collection. Because it is such a common game, I was waiting for it to come up at the right price, and I got it the right price here, and that is Echo the Dolphin.
Day 19. I am concerned about the crew. After all, Echo the Dolphin is not just a game, it is an adventure. The graphics are so real, they don't want to go into the sea anymore. 27 levels of danger, mystery, and beauty, all through the eyes of a dolphin. Simply brilliant. Thank goodness, my trusty skipper Pierre has no interest in this new game.
Echo the Dolphin is a side-scroller adventure game where you play as a dolphin. Now this game is a lot of fun. The graphics are excellent on it. The gameplay is fun. It plays great. So let's take a look at the cover on the front. The cover looks like it's in good shape. Can't complain about that. And checking out the back, you got some screenshots from the game. Also looks great. All right, let's open it up. Oy. This case is a little bit squished though. Okay, opening up, looks like we do have the game and the manual. The label looks like it's in great shape on the game. And now let's take a look at the manual. The manual also looks like it is in great shape as well. Look at that. Very nice manual and game for Echo the Dolphin. Next up at bat is probably the best game out of the whole bunch. And that game is Strider.
Sega Genesis.
Definitely Strider.
Sega Genesis.
Go with Strider.
I've been trying to get this game for a long time as well for the right price, and I got it for the right price. This game, if you do not know, is an awesome side-scroller arcade game released by Capcom where you go around doing somersaults and have a giant blade. They kind of changed the look of Strider for the Marvel vs. Capcom games from the original Genesis game. I do have the sequel to this. The sequel is not as good as the original game. So let's take a look at the front. You got Strider there in his awesome 80s/90s art style. Ooh, 8 mega memory, whatever that means. Maybe the cartridge is 8 megabytes. I don't think it's that big. I don't think Genesis cartridge came that big. But Strider, very cool. Checking on the back, we've got Strider fighting some dinosaurs. Looks like an awesome release. Now, a lot of these early Sega Genesis Capcom releases, Strider or Ghouls and Ghosts, those types of games, Sega actually licensed those from Capcom, and Sega did the development on them, and that's probably why they're so good, because the sequel to this game was made by somebody else that's not Sega, and that's probably why it's not as good. So let's open up, let's take a look at the insides. Ooh, okay, we got a very, very clean cartridge label here. Look at that, very good, very clean. Can't complain about that. And let's take a look at the book here. And the book is also extremely clean. Super happy with this as well. Very, very nice. Strider is one of those games that is a must-have if you have a Sega Genesis. Okay, and the last game here is the game I kind of want to look forward to. Now, this game I actually have the arcade for. I have the full-size original arcade cabinet. Back in the day, my dad found it on the curb. Somebody was throwing it out, and he grabbed it, and the arcade works. And it still works to this day. And I was actually able to find the original marquee cover art off of it in the internet, and I was able to print it on backlit material. Now I have the original marquee cover art on my cabinet, which I've never had up until a couple of years ago. Super excited about that. And that game is eSWAT. Yes, eSWAT is a game essentially ripping off a RoboCop. So in the arcade version, I've never played the Genesis version, but here's a very different game than the arcade version. But in the arcade version, essentially you play 3 levels. As a standard police officer, once you beat your 3 levels, you get this cool Iron Man mech suit as a cop. So you're like RoboCop kind of, and you have like a minigun arm and stuff. I don't know if this game plays exactly the same. I heard it's a lot different than the arcade version. But this game is still one of those Sega Genesis games that it's awesome to check out if you haven't seen it. So let's take a look at the cover. Looking at the cover, we got a half man, half robot man on the cover, just like I said in the game you play as. And on the back, you got your police officer, and he's ranking up, and you fight bosses in the levels. Kind of cool. I don't know, looking at the screenshots, it looks similar. Obviously, graphics aren't going to be as good as the arcade version, but I'm sure it's still a fun time. Let's open it up. Popping it open. There we go. Okay, taking a look. We have the game cartridge. The label is in immaculate shape. Super happy about that. and the game book is here, and it looks amazing as well. Amazing shape. All these game books have black and white inserts. I gotta check some of my other Genesis games. I think Nintendo mainly only did the full color manuals, and Sega always did that, just color on the outside and the rest black and white. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of these 5 Sega Genesis complete in-box games, obviously with the exception of Turtles Tournament Fighter, which doesn't include the manual. But I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. I really enjoy buying from this seller. You get some great deals from him and some great quality games. Check out Around the House's Instagram page to see other stuff he's picking up. Let me know down below if you picked up anything cool from the internet, eBay, Amazon, stuff like that. And see you later.